Alright guys, back with another video. Now this one is going to be a short one, but it never is when I talk about GameStop, so bear with me. Now, this documentary was brought to my attention by one of my viewer. Thank you so much, whoever you are. And with this one, I've never heard about this guy, never watched his channel before, but it looks like he has a very large following, right? And it's fitting, and it's kind of curious to me too that it comes out today that he, or recently that he decided to make a video about this particular meme stocks and all that stuff. And my question is, why now, right? And now I just watched it about an hour, so that's all I need to know where the direction of the documentary goes. And it's the same narrative, right? Whether it's CNBC Finance channel, whether it's Yahoo Finance, Schwab Network, TD Ameritrade Network, anytime they cover GameStop, it seems to be a talking point there, right? They always bring up Bed Bath and Beyond, they always bring up AMC, they always bring up GME. Is just the same as that. And anybody who invests in GME is a conspiracy theorist. Why are they doing that? To stick it to the man and all that stuff, right? That's the narrative that they want you to believe about GME, right? Now, this is called gaslighting, obviously. Is it a propaganda? I don't know. I don't know if this guy is being paid to do this or not. It just seems like it's a very good graphic. He's have a good production going on here. So, I mean, it takes a long time for these people to come up with what they're doing right now. And mind you, this is a 2 hours documentary, 2.5 hours documentary. So it's very well produced, well written, well thought out, to say the least, right? My point to that is that I disagree with most of what he's saying about GameStop for the most part. But then, I do agree with the hype, the overhype of everything, right? But that does not mean that it's not true. So it seems like that he's all one-sided, right? While the overhyping is wrong versus underhyping is correct. See what I mean? My point of view is the truth is somewhere in the middle, okay? Whether it's overhyping about this stock or underhyping about this stock, again, the truth is somewhere in the middle. And Moran's Rand did a respond video because this guy used his clip to describe, to further his point that GameStop investors are just dumb, stupid. They don't know anything about the actual financial mechanism that makes stocks goes up or down or whatever, right? I'm gonna link this video to you if you have not seen it. I doubt it. If you watch this video, you haven't seen this one, Moran's video. But I'm gonna end with this, okay? My point of view is that nobody has analyzed GameStop correctly, right? And anytime I look into the evaluation of the company, any ratio at all that is used to evaluate a company, GameStop comes up ahead, especially in this one. I have not mentioned this particular ratio before because I just never got to it. But it's enterprise valuation, okay? So the enterprise value to sell ratio is similar to price to sell ratio, but the price is adjusted for the company debt and cash. So the lower this particular ratio go, okay, let me verify real quick because I read it before. And so again, my education comes from Googling things, so please take my analysis with a grain of salt, because again, I don't have any credential in this at all. All I'm doing is just trying to see what this ratio means and what it means if it, lower than 1 or whatever the number is. I want to know whether it's a good one or not. But based on this one, a good enterprise value to sell ratio right here is multiple. Wait, his multiple is generally between 1 times to 3 times. So if it's anywhere between 1 to 3 is good, according to this one. But watch this. A lower enterprise value to sell multiple is considered more attractive or undervalued. Okay? More attractive or undervalued. So a lower than 1 is good. So what does GameStop has? Lower than 1. So based on this one metric, now you don't evaluate company based on one metric, but every other metric out there, not just this one. This one is good. This one is good, as we've already shown time and time again. Now this one, we want it to be a lot lower than 2, but if it's lower than 2, it's lower than 1, it's better. The lower, the better. Because we want the cash flow to cover the debt, right? That's the goal here. But with this enterprise to sell value, it's always come up on top. Now, I always compare it to like the most stable company out there, right? Johnson & Johnson. Everybody know what Johnson & Johnson is. So I'm curious as to what is the ratio for Johnson & Johnson is. And before I go any further here too, I want to show you this metric as well that I used to, it seems like a theme to me that every single company that this analyst want you to buy, see, buy ratio right here, is doing this right here. The insider do not own shares of this company. Why? And you have to ask yourself that, okay? So let's go to the enterprise to sell right here. 4. What did Google said or Bing or whatever? 1 to 3 is good. So over 3 is bad, meaning like it's overvalued, right? Now I realized that what is it? Again, it's not an end all be all. The metric, this particular one, it's not an end all be all. But at the very least, GME comes out on top for that one. Now for this particular one though, the lower it is, the better, because it means that it gives GameStop the ability to pay down whatever it is needed, like acquisition, paying off debt or whatever, faster. So we want to work on this particular ratio to be lower than 17, right? But if you look at the Johnson & Johnson, see, their ratio is like even higher than GameStop. So all in all, GameStop beats out most of this company, okay? And this is why, look at the insider ownership of this company. It's way higher. You see what I mean? So all I'm trying to say to you is that be careful when they try to push a certain narrative that GameStop investor is just cuckoo for Cocoa Puff, right? Whatever. Just crazy. Just by buying and holding the stock that you believe in, which is a good thing. That's what Warren Buffett has been doing for decades. Like, he buy a company that is valuable and hold it for a long time. And then on top of that, he look at the leadership. Is it a great leadership? Is it somebody that, just there to waste money, and doesn't even own the stock for themselves? You see what I mean? So you have this company that is gearing up to be the best company. I'm not saying it's going to, ruin the world or anything like that. But at least you're going to 10x in the next 5-10 years, right? I don't know when it's going to 10x, but I think with this leadership, I think he that that particular valuation will be possible. 10x from here is a good investment already. So anyway, that's all I have for this one. Sorry, it's a bit rambling on, but man, just evaluate this company correctly. That's all I'm asking. Okay. All right. Bye.